Hello, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you all. My name is Manuel, welcoming you back to Anointed Tesi channel. Today we will be reading you some news updates from the Federation. The federal government reduces the fuel pump price from 145 to 125 per litre. We'll be reading you this news in full details and also the real reason behind the reduction. But before we get into that, please make sure to click on the subscribe button if you have not done that yet, and also remember to ring the bell so it will be easier for us to send you new news updates as soon as we make one. Thank you and enjoy the rest of the news. The news headline: the federal government reduces fuel pump price to 125 naira per litre. The duty of any government is to make life easy and worth living for the citizens. In doing this, the government is expected to listen to the yearning of the public and recognize its decision or think twice before introducing policies and then remain hell-bent in implementing them. In 2011, Goodluck Jonathan attempted to remove the fuel subsidy, but when the public protested vehemently, he reverted his decision despite saying no going back. He reconsidered his intended plan and listened to the cry of a common man. However, the citizens felt Jonathan was too harsh and autocratic, so they voted him out, believing that Buhari administration would redeem all their losses of 4 years. The day it was announced that Buhari has won election, the whole nation jubilated and there was interrupted power supply for nearly a week. After some period in office, he tactically removed the fuel subsidy. The whole nation grumbled, but because of the love we had for him, nobody staged any protest. Just recently, President Muhammadu Buhari shut the borders too, according to him, improve farming and GDP. At this point, nobody could think of him approving the proposed fuel pump price, considering his harsh decision in the past, which the entire populace is still struggling to survive. The new fuel pump price, 125 naira per litre, it is an incredible development. But will it last? Comrade Adams Oshomole said, the petrol price reduction also showed that Buhari administration is compassionate and progressive-minded. President Muhammadu Buhari has earlier proved the reduction of petrol price from 145 to 125, following the crash in oil price. Before the president of Nigeria, Buhari, became the president, he promised to do many things which are yet to be done till now. One of the things is to stop Boko Haram from threatening Nigerians and reduce the then 100 naira fuel price to 60 naira per litre. Obviously, that is yet to be done. According to reporters, President Muhammadu Buhari has recently reduced the amount of fuel price from 145 to 125 per litre. The APC chairman Oshomole commends President Muhammadu Buhari over the reduction of the petrol price. Oshomole said, on behalf of the National Working Committee of our great party, the APC, I commend our dear leader, Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, on his decision which received the approval of the Federal Executive Council, FEC, to reduce the pump price of petroleum from 145 to 125 per litre. Oshomole concluded, we doff our hats to all members of the president's team in the FEC for thinking this decision through and quickly announcing it to palliate the burden that the crash would have had on Nigeria if the decision had not been taken to reduce fuel price to 125 per litre, the APC national chairman said. He also said that without a doubt, it was a measure of the administration's responsiveness to need accountability in public finance management and openness in governance. Oshomole, in this statement he issued yesterday by his chief press secretary, Mr. Simon Egbegule, described the president's decision as a product of progressive mind. Meanwhile, the former Vice President Atiku Abubakar has reacted to the recent decision by the President Muhammadu Buhari-led federal government to reduce the price of PMS from 145 naira to 125 naira per litre. The federal government announced the price reduction today, owing to the massive fall in global oil price from $57 to $25 per barrel. Atiku Abubakar owed the oil crisis to the coronavirus epidemic and insinuated the federal government decision is in tandem with his advice to the government. A related post from his Twitter handle reads, "The coronavirus outbreak places a huge economic strain on Nigerians, which is why we cancelled the federal government to reduce the pump price of PMS. I commend the federal government for taking this step, and I urge that all hands be on deck to rescue Nigeria from economic downturn of the oil crash." Nevertheless, as of this evening, petrol stations still sell for 145 naira per litre. It is expected that the price change will be implemented before the week runs out. Meanwhile, with information reaching us from legit.ng, the NNPC retail stations will start selling petrol at 125 per litre from Thursday, March 19th. The Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation has announced when its retail station will begin to sell fuel at the adjusted price of 125 per litre. Mele Kyari recalled that President Muhammadu Buhari earlier approved the reduction in the pump price of premium motor spirits from 145 per litre to about 125 per litre. The Nigerian Petroleum Corporation (NNPC) have said that its retail station will begin to sell fuel at the adjusted price on Thursday, March 19th. This is in line with the federal government directives ordering the NNPC to adjust the price of the fuel to reflect global market realities. Speaking on the adjustment and new directive to its retail station, the corporation's Group Managing Director, GMD, Male Kyari, said the NNPC have reviewed its ex-coastal, ex-depot and NNPC retail pump price. According to his statement on Wednesday, March 18th, Kyari noted that despite the obvious implication of this immediate adjustment to the corporation, the NNPC is delegated to affect the massive reduction of 20 naira per litre reduction to benefit of all Nigerians. In his Twitter statement says, "In compliance with the directive of the Honorable Minister of State for Petroleum Resources on PMS prices, the corporation have reviewed its ex-coastal, ex-depot and NNPC retail pump price accordingly. Effective 19th March 2020, NNPC ex-coastal price for PMS has been reviewed downward from 117.6 litres to 99.44 litres. While ex-depot price is reduced from 113.28 naira per litre to 113.28 naira per litre. This reduction will therefore translate to 125 naira per litre retail pump price. Despite the obvious cost implication of this immediate adjustment to the corporation, NNPC is delegated to effect the mass reduction of the 20 naira per litre to benefit of all Nigerians. Accordingly, all NNPC retail stations nationwide have been directed to change the retail pump price to 125 naira per litre. Male Kyari, Group Managing Director, NNPC, Abuja, 18th March 2020. Meanwhile, Silva attributed the reduction in price to the decline in the price of crude oil. The Minister of Petroleum has also released an update that the new price of petroleum follows the slash in the price of crude oil will be 125 naira. And in other reports, the federal government had earlier promised that it was working to provide alternative petrol for Nigerians that will cost between 95 naira to 97 naira per litre. Silva told reporters in Abuja on Thursday, January 16th, that the alternative petrol will be provided using the compressed natural gas, CNG. The minister made this disclosure when asked whether the government was going to reduce the fuel pump price to make it more affordable. He said the CNG fuel has undergone a pilot project in Benin City where over 10,000 vehicles are already running on it. That is it on our news today. What do you think? For me, I think the price slash of the fuel is directly related to the coronavirus. And not just that, the coronavirus caused the crude oil price to fall drastically. And that was the reason why the fuel was reduced. which means the government is not ready at any time to reduce the fuel pump price to whatever they call it if there is no economic downturn. For me, I would say the government don't care about the masses, because who purchased the fuel? Who purchased this petroleum? It is the masses. And with your deceptive statements before you got into office, you said that the fuel price will get down to 60 naira per litre against 90 naira that it was in Goodluck Jonathan period. And remember that period, the price of dollar was high, the fuel prices was high. Now the crude oil prices are poor, but still we still sell fuel at a high cost to the poor masses. This is a positive move by the federal government, but I don't think this is much to jubilate about. To make more sense, that is if they really care about the citizens, if they really care about the masses, the price should have dropped down to 100 naira. And information reaching us also denotes that this price will drastically rise again if crude oil prices rises, because as I stated before, this price was implemented because the price of crude oil dropped because foreign companies or foreign countries are not purchasing as much or at large anymore, and foreign countries are investing their money to safeguard the health and lives of their nation that is caused by the attack or by the infection of this virus, ongoing virus. Okay, so the prices of fuel in Nigeria have fallen because of that. And if as soon the remedy for this coronavirus is begotten, I think even if it is 1 week or 2 weeks, the federal government will shamelessly move the price back to 145 or even 150. Tell us what you think in the comment section below. Remember to like, remember to share. Thank you for watching. Once again, this is Manuel signing off from Anointed Tesi channel. Enjoy the rest of your day.